On Christmas morning, Emily Carter stood alone at the window of her small rented apartment on Maple Street, watching snow fall in soft, silent ribbons from an overcast sky. The town of Pine Hollow stretched beneath her view, quiet streets, glowing shop windows trimmed with twinkling lights, and rooftops capped in white like icing on 100 small cakes. Most people were inside by now, gathering around breakfast tables or opening presents under Christmas trees. Emily wasn't doing either. She wrapped herself in a knitted cream sweater and a red scarf her grandmother once made, the yarn worn smooth by years of use. Christmas had always been her favorite holiday, but this year it felt different. Her grandmother, her closest companion for nearly her whole life, had passed away just months earlier. The apartment felt silent without her familiar laugh or the scratchy sound of old holiday records spinning in the living room. Emily hadn't decorated much, only a tabletop tree sat in the corner with paper ornaments she'd cut herself. She knew that if she didn't step outside soon, the loneliness might swallow the entire day. That morning, instead of waiting for cheer to arrive on its own, she decided to become the cheer herself. She grabbed her coat, tightened her scarf, and walked toward the Pine Hollow Community Center, a brick building at the heart of town that hosted meals, donations, and local gatherings year-round but was busiest in December. Christmas baskets were being assembled inside. Food staples, handmade cards from local children, scarves knitted by church groups, and small toys for kids. Emily pushed open the heavy doors and was greeted by warmth, both literal and emotional. Laughter echoed between folding tables as volunteers bustled about packing supplies. Familiar faces waved when they saw her, and she instantly felt lighter. She joined them, tying ribbons around baskets and hanging hand-painted ornaments on the large community tree. Each ornament told a story. Tiny snowmen drawn by elementary students, stars decorated with glitter by seniors learning art again, handwritten tags thanking volunteers. Emily gently placed a delicate angel ornament near the top, smiling softly, remembering how her grandmother used to make angels every year from scrap fabric. As midday approached, baskets were stacked near the entrance, ready for delivery. Emily volunteered to take a few herself. With a loaded wagon in hand, she walked the snow-lined sidewalks toward the quieter corners of town. Her first stop was Mrs. Delaney, an elderly woman who rarely ventured outside anymore. When Emily rang the doorbell, Mrs. Delaney opened the door slowly, eyes widening in surprise when she saw the basket. "Oh my," she whispered. "I didn't expect company today." Emily smiled. Everyone deserves a visitor on Christmas. They spoke for several minutes, about recipes, the weather, and Mrs. Delaney's cat who kept stealing ornaments off her little tree. As Emily waved goodbye, gratitude warmed her chest more than the winter coat ever could. Her next deliveries followed the same gentle rhythm. Knocks, smiles, brief conversations, gratitude exchanged quietly in doorframes dusted with snow. Each encounter stitched the town closer together. Later, while crossing through Silver Pine Park, Emily noticed a man sitting alone on a weathered bench, a thin blanket around his shoulders. He stared at the ice-covered pond, unmoving. Emily approached carefully. "Would you like some cocoa?" she asked, offering the insulated mug she had tucked in her bag for herself. He hesitated before nodding. They sipped together in quiet for a moment before he began telling her how the holidays reminded him of a family he no longer saw but still missed dearly. Emily listened, truly listened, without interruption. Sometimes, she realized, the greatest gift was simply being present. By afternoon, church bells rang across Pine Hollow as townspeople gathered at the community hall for the annual candlelight vigil and choir performance. Children sang off-key carols with enormous enthusiasm, their mittened hands swaying like tiny conductors. Emily stood among the crowd holding a candle, the flickering flames reflecting in dozens of eyes glowing with shared warmth. Unexpectedly, the event organizer asked Emily to say a few words. Her heart pounded as she stepped onto the small stage. She spoke honestly about loss and loneliness, about finding light in unexpected places, and about how being together gave meaning to the holiday. She told them her grandmother had always believed Christmas wasn't about what you received, but how much warmth you could give away. Tears shimmered through the audience, followed by soft applause that grew louder than Emily thought possible. As evening fell, long tables filled with food lined the community hall. Families, singles, elderly residents, kids, volunteers, everyone sat side by side. No one was left alone. Emily shared stories, laughed freely, and for the first time all season felt truly joyful. Outside, snow fell steadily beneath glowing street lamps as she stepped into the night after the feast. She breathed deeply, watching flakes sparkle as they descended. Emily realized Christmas didn't belong to the past, or to memories that might fade. It lived here, in moments created right now, shared with people who needed them as much as she did. She headed home with a light heart and the comforting knowledge that warmth wasn't something you waited for. It was something you gave. On Christmas Day, she had given herself back to the world, and the world gave her hope in return.